Nico,
Yep.
what do you think is the best sounding motorcycle?
R6?
R6?
Yeah.
Is that because you own one? You're
No, that's not relevant.
Not biased at all?
No.
I think for the purposes of today's video, this Tuono 660 factory is the best sounding bike. But all right, okay, the Aprilia V4 sounds better, blah, blah, blah. But hey, this is half of a V4, but that doesn't mean it's gonna sound half as good, because today we're putting this SC Project exhaust full system on this motorcycle. You excited about this?
Yeah.
It's gonna sound pretty good.
That's gonna sound good.
Yeah, this is gonna sound really, really good. This was provided to us by the boys over at Motivation. Check them out in the description below and get yourself any type of product you want for your Aprilias, your BMWs, your Triumphs, Ducatis. They'll sell you all kinds of high-end stuff like this SC Project exhaust. But also wanted to point out that our boy Nico over here is wearing head-to-toe Yami Noob gear. Look at him, incredible. I didn't tell him to wear this today, don't worry. But the reason you could be wearing it and you could get entered to win this Tuono 660 factory by heading over to shop.yaminoob.co. Now folks, let's unbox this exhaust, let's put it on this bike, and then we gotta hear how it sounds. Let's get into it. Let's get this out here. Nico, you can start unsheathing some of these. You can take a look. So I'm pretty sure this is the titanium one, so that means it's gonna get all blue. Cool. And the fact that this is a naked bike means that it's gonna look even better. So this is definitely one of the header pipes. You can see that by the flange there. What do you got there? A link pipe? Yep. Linking out to the back. We have another head pipe here. Looks like these are gonna link together like that, maybe? Yeah, okay. A couple brackets, some stickers, and the thing that everybody wants to see, the end cap. Let's see. Because everybody always has strong opinions about these on the internet. It's a good looking pipe.
Nice. That's cool.
We are probably going to pull out this baffle right here because we want to hear the full exhaust. But honestly, there's not much baffling going on in it, really. It's just a very tiny little end cap that's probably going to silence it a little bit. So we'll pop it off just because we want maximum loudness. And then, yeah, we'll get the sound clip. So let's get to installing, Nico. So I'm thinking one of our next steps is gonna be to swivel this radiator, because check this out. We've got two O2 bungs right here. In order to get those off, it's pretty easy with the wrench, not a problem. We may wanna fish them up and unplug them, but honestly, I bet I could get away with twisting them. But then there's the two head bolts here and the other two on that side. That's pretty tight with this radiator in place, but I think if we unbolt this, we can swivel this out of place. Okay. The stock exhaust is still on the bike. We haven't even gotten to that yet. Love Aprilias, bro. This is so fun. So this is cool. ECU's here. That's interesting. Seems kind of like a not so great idea, because if you go down on that side, your ECU could get f***ed. That's gonna be a big repair bill. On the other side, I loosened this up so that we could kind of swivel it. So we gotta loosen this, but there's lots of cabling going on here. So that's the O2 right here. Then we can spin that out and plug it back in. Yeah. So that's good. Cool. That one we may just twist and hope for the best. I really don't want to though, but that is insane. Maybe when we move the radiator, actually, we'll get a little clearance to get in there from the other side and pop it. So many of you on the internet tell me that the Tuono 660 is not a naked bike, and with the amount of fairings and plastic push-ins I've had to take off, I kind of agree. This isn't really a naked bike. This is super annoying to work on this bike, but it's gonna be fun because the sound's gonna be worth it. Look at the movement. Oh yeah, look at that. So yeah, we needed to unplug this because otherwise if this sits there and twists like that, you're gonna f it up. Always got to unplug the O2. Okay, this O2 is out. We're gonna need that for later.
What does that do?
It measures the oxygen in the exhaust. All right, folks, we had to do all this just to get to the header bolts. It's been ridiculous. There's been like a litany of push pins, bolts, just trying to swivel this radiator a little bit to get access to the header bolts. The stock exhaust is still on there. Nico, come on, what are we doing? Like,
it's Aprilia's fault.
Yeah, it's Aprilia's fault. How do you feel working on this thing?
Annoyed, because I'm used to a race bike where you just take off like 2 quarter pin and then it just, everything comes off. But
yeah, I don't know why street manufacturers still insist on using so many little parts and bins, because if we just had one, you just pop it off. That'd be so nice. But I think they need to do it for fit and finish. But yeah, we're now going to get the header bolts off, slide the whole exhaust system out, pull out the other O2 bung, and then start mating up the new SC Project exhaust. And then the worst part of this whole project will be getting all these plastics back on this bike.
We might do that another day.
Yeah, maybe another day, we'll see, but let's keep at it. So guys, one of the reasons that we took off the O2 bungs was because whenever you're installing them on your new exhaust, you don't want them to get all twisted up. If this was still attached, number one, it'd be a huge pain in the butt to try to attach that when it's on the bike, and number two, you don't twist up the wire. So this way we're able to put that onto the headers, and then we can torque them to spec really easily, and then install these onto the bike without much of a problem. And yeah, we also want to make sure that everything's nice and loose as well on the exhaust before we get everything mated up. So we're going to put these onto the exhaust ports on the motor, and then it's going to sync out to this way. We're going to get the bracket and everything else loosely fitted up, and then we're going to tighten everything once we like the fit. And then we'll turn it on and hear how it sounds. No leaks, we're good. All right, folks, the SC Project exhaust is on. It's sounding mean. We removed the silencer because it's a race bike, technically with the race system, right? It says factory racing on it, right, Nico?
Yeah, it's a race bike.
It's a race bike. We have race bikes. We like race bikes. This is a race bike now. We love it. But we had to start it up because we have to put all the crap back on it now, which is the not so fun part of doing this. But if we can get this done today before 5 or 6 p.m., we'll go and take the bike out for a quick ride, do a little GoPro impressions, and wrap it up from there. So Nico, let's get to work, put all the fun plastic bits back on.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
All right, boys, rolling out of Yamanube HQ. Yeah. Tuono 660 factory sounding proper now. Yeah, that sounds great. Next step obviously is going to be getting a flash or an ECU management or some sort of piggyback system to fix the AFRs on this motorcycle, make it sound really proper and get fueled all correctly, all that good stuff. Really liking the tone on this thing. You know, it's funny, people always complain about parallel twin sounds, but when they've got a 270-degree crank, they sound really nice. They sound really nice. And this is a pretty unrestricted pipe, so this is about as loud as this bike can get, which is great. It's honestly not that loud. Maybe I'm just used to riding the Street Fighter V4S with that insane CRT project system on it. Said this is basically an unrestricted system. It's header back, completely open pipe. There's not even a resonator, nothing on it basically. And we removed the final silencer and baffle on this, and I'm really happy with it, honestly. This is a sound you can live with really well. Like, you're kind of giving it some maintenance throttle here, and you can still hear the engine obviously, but you can only really hear it when you crack it open. Get a lot of auditory sensations out of it. And I'm really impressed with this motorcycle's sound. Again, I think people really dog on the parallel twin thing, but the Tuono 660 proves that if you have a sophisticated parallel twin, this one revs out to 11,500 RPM, and it has a 270-degree crank, you can get a bike that sounds pretty freaking sweet, man. And all things considered, this is a pretty docile full exhaust, honestly. Again, maybe I'm just used to the Street Fighter, but this sounds great. If you put the silencer back into this thing, you kind of reduce those decibels a little bit, then I think it's completely livable. Then I think it's not even a question about whether or not you can live with this thing. I just went full squid mode and removed the baffle because why not, you know? But I think if you were to put the baffle in, this makes a great system for this bike, and I can't believe how good this thing sounds once you uncork it. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know down below if you think this is one of the best sounding intermediate bikes, and if you rock the parallel twin sound, you like the bark and grumble of this Aprilia Tuono 660 factory. Remember, it is a giveaway motorcycle, so head over to shop.yamanube.co, pick out anything you want. Every dollar you spend is an entry to win, and you will get yourself locked and loaded to win this motorcycle. Let's give it a little rev bomb here, shall we? Auditory sensations, baby. That's a lot of fun. We'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later.
Now, just when you thought it couldn't get crazier, we got here skateboarding Yosemite Yam. Best thing you're gonna wanna do, click on the video, watch Yammy Noob. And I can't promise you there's gonna be any more skateboarding in that video because that's one of them Gen Z TikToker things to do. But your old Yosemite Yam here, he's been known to do it from time to time. Click the video, do it.